check tunnels, and then back in the shop here. We're going to do some more wire stripping today, but if you look right here, this is still the 14, but you notice I've stripped. I used a pair of these wire strippers. Used this when I was an electrician, and they work really good if you're just going to strip the end of one wire, and it worked really good here. And I've got that stripped probably 3/4 of an inch. So now it won't take a lot of time to strip that, and to get it started. But let's get some wire stripped here. And it's also a cutter. That's really good. About there. So, there we are. We got a whole strip piece already. I need my hand socks on. And I'll be back when I have some copper to show you. This is about 6 bundles. You see right there. And the pile that I had here, you didn't get to see. It weighed 6/10 of an ounce. And that's all the little scrap that fell on the floor from those 6 bundles. Just thought that would be interesting to know that even when you're doing this stranded wire like that, the little pieces that hit the floor amount to a lot of copper. And it can be saved. If you're going to do melts especially, you can save that and then remelt it. Alright, yeah. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you my other new tool. Well, no, not a new tool, it's a tool I've had in the shop for quite a while. But I showed you how I did this, strip this end out to get it started. Well, this is a little, I don't know what to call it, kind of an awl type thing. And I can pull this copper off like that, and then I've got almost all the copper right there. Now I have it all. So that's what I wanted you to see is that little, I don't remember what I paid for that. But, well, worth whatever it was. And if you watch this bench top here, you can see all the little wickers coming off. And they're breaking and they're falling here. And they're also still falling on the floor. And that's what you get from this up here, just laying here, is quite a bit of copper. Now that first batch that I did was 6/10 of an ounce of copper. So it's over 1/2 ounce. And copper being what it is, it's worth not having that happen, or at least if it happens, you clean it up. I mean, like these, this is the start of it. That much more. And they're everywhere. Okay guys, I did it again. I didn't turn on the mic. And what I'm showing you here, this is the Stripmeister. You can see its nameplate there. And that's as close as I could get it without blurring it. So it looks pretty good. But it's more about this Stripmeister. It's an amazing tool. But like most amazing tools, no matter what they are, even if it's the satellites and things like that, you can always change them a little bit. And what I'm pointing at here is the lineup for the holes for different size wire. And then we can take great big wire up to, I think this will take up to 300 MCM. Not sure. The adjuster on top sets the blade, and that gives you your depth of cut, and you can keep twisting out till you get it. The other knob on the side here that I'm showing now moves this whole wire gauge up and down, so you can still get closer no matter what. It's a great machine, just needs a couple tweaks, and I just happen to know what those tweaks are. So stand by and you will see what I've come up with. Well guys, we're going to continue on with the voiceover because Chuck forgot to turn the mic on again. That mic just drives me nuts. So what I'm showing is kind of a repeat of the early part of the video. Those are my electrician's wire strippers that I used to use when I was putting in receps and whatnot. So there that is. And this is the Stripmeister itself again. Don't remember why I'm just showing you that, but there it is. It's mounted on a piece of 2x4 and clamped to my bench vise. And what I'm showing you now is the wire on the end of the machine again. And we've come up with a couple, three things that will really help with the wire and trying to get the copper strands out of the insulation. And the one is, I think I'm going to show it to you here in a second, maybe 2 seconds. The one is that pair of yellow handled wire strippers. It strips all different sizes, and it has the cutter in it also, and it's really good. They're a good pair if you're just doing receps and light switches or something, but for what we do, stripping that major amount of wire, they're not worth a darn, but they will take and cut like 3/4 of an inch off and get the insulation off there. And the other piece that I'm showing you right here is, I've had this laying around the shop for years. I use it for multiple things, but I use that to get under the copper and pull it out of the insulation and start to strip. But they both work well. They're really good. It saves me a lot of time fooling around. And of course, these yellow things here just happen to be my gloves. Like I've said 100 times, make sure you use gloves when you do this. Now, these are the rubber face cloth back gloves, and actually you should have leather because I still get poked through that. And that's about it for this clip, I think. I'm pretty sure. Okay, guys. So we're going to continue on with this with no sound on the camera at all. And I've set up here so you can see from this end that the wire coming out of the stripper. And I'm going to strip it right here. And my big paw is in the way, but that's okay. So I pull that off really quick. And now I don't like doing it this way. I'm going to experiment here on trying to get the copper out of the insulation while it's still in the machine. And that's a no, don't do that. It takes too long, and everything's in your way, and you don't want to take it out too far. I mean, that wasn't real slow, but it isn't good to do it there, especially when you can do it when it's all the way out of the machine. So now the only thing left to do here is to fire up the drill and get her to go. There it goes. And it will keep going. You can see that I'm pointing at where it's stripped and how much copper comes out of that. That's bare all the way down there, so all the way to the end of this, which it'll stop here fairly soon. About right there, huh? Now I'm going to take those same cutters and strippers and cut it. Okay, guys, now we're on the bench, and you're seeing some of the copper from the previous cut, and I've got my dikes laying there, and we're going to put this insulated portion of the wire still on the bench, and we'll start stripping. And I'm just pointing out some of it's already dropped. And as I pull it, I try to keep this in frame, and it's really hard because it's twisted. Especially stranded wire. It's this hard to do with. It's like a snake, man. It goes everywhere and tries to wrap around your fingers, and you just got to keep working at it, pulling at it, and every once in a while I get poked, and it goes through those gloves that I'm wearing. But I've almost got it here. It's just about gone, and there it is gone. That's the insulation. Now I fold it up always. I fold all of these up. They're just so much easier to handle, and you don't get poked near as much. Now the trick is folding this up is just about as bad as taking it out of the insulation, because you just keep pulling it to you and folding it, and as you do, you can see the copper dropping on the bench, piece after piece. And every once in a while you get a knot in it, and then you got to fight with it, and It's a real battle with stranded. I don't really like doing it, but it's a real, I don't know, the Stripmeister is this a real great tool for doing something like this, so it gets you done quick. And to strip it by any other way would just take forever, especially with stranded wire. I mean, it's crazy. So anyhow, I'm just about done here, winding it up, and I'm still voicing over. So now it's there. Now I'm going to sweep up all the little pieces, and then we're almost done with that run. And we got them in a pile, and I'll pick those up later on, and I'll take it over to the scale, and we're going to call this one overrate. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you the reel is now totally empty. We've got every little bit of wire off of there. The machine's still there. There's a pile of wire, a lot of pile. That's all the bare we got off it. Be back. Okay guys, we're back again. I just got all this copper back out of the bucket where I threw it because it didn't record last time. And we're looking at 1 pound 10 ounces here, which isn't bad for like a half hour's work. That's amazing. That's good. Good for copper, especially that small, and how much you got to do. And here's the fine right here where I'm pointing with my finger. This is all the fine that was pulled off the floor and off the bench after we stripped out the stranded wire. So anyhow, all that being said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, come back again. Give it a really great comment. And if you're doing that, some of this crazy stuff that I do, you know, stay blessed, stay safe, and pray to keep things going the way you want them. Be back.